Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Excuse the squeaky chair. So today has been kind of a planning day. I've been getting myself prepped for next year, just to get a better understanding of what it is that I'm going to be working on next. Beyond the winter projects that we've been talking about a lot, and just generally looking ahead to next year. I've made some good progress on my purple fairy journal, which I was hoping to pick up again in the new year with you all. So I thought I would show you some sneak peeks if you're interested. Okay, so this is the, I made this last spring. Well, I started to make it last spring. So I had this beautiful purple fabric, and I did the inside with this is decoupage napkin on top of music sheet, and stitched in with lace and everything. And as you can see, I was pretty ahead with how I was going to have the signature. These are some scrapbooking papers and a kit from Nanine at Collage Type. More scrapbooking papers and just a mix of different things really. We made this on video a while ago. And there's that kit from Nanine, beautiful lavender and things. I was going to have sort of flip outs and stuff. So this is sort of where I'd gotten to. And the reason that I stopped was because, and I was going to have this here. This was the centre of the signature. This is a music cover, but it's got this like, really interesting marbling on it. And there's little like gnomes and things. I thought because of the woods we could cover those up and put little fairies on, so that it's a bit less spooky. And I was going to have all kind of like flip outs and all different things. Anyway, I got to this point and I stopped working on it because this time last year I was working on three fairy journals, and I think I had burned myself out. I had done too many fairy projects, and so I put this to one side because I just didn't feel it. Sometimes you just don't feel it, do you? So I've made some good progress today where I originally wanted this beautiful lavender fairy on the cover, and I was upset because on the back of it is this beautiful purple fairy. I wanted both. I really, really wanted both on the cover, and I was trying to find ways to use them both. I think I have found something that works for me, which is to essentially have the front cover be stacked envelopes. So I'm sure you've seen, this type of thing from lots of different people. So the idea is that we would have an image in the front, and I was thinking this beautiful bluebell wood inside this CD wallet, because the idea is that you like flip this out and there will be another fairy to discover, then another fairy, then another fairy, more fairies, and finally you get to this nice big fairy. And however I use this image, so if I decide to go with heliotrope, then I'll use the lavender image in one of the other envelopes as like a smaller version, or vice versa. So essentially it's going to be a celebration of the pinks and purples fairies from the Flower Fairy books. And then, inside is much, pinks and purples and all of that. Lilacs and lavender, that's kind of what I have in my head. And so I feel like I've made good progress with just sort of, figuring out what it was that I wanted to do with the cover. So I did that, and then I had to do some printing. I wanted to, change up the signature a little bit, so I've done all that today. This is going to be the closure. It's just going to be a bow that ties around to keep all of those stacked envelopes closed. And then we're going to have, lace down the spine. So I feel like I'm in a really good position for January. And the funny thing is that we made loads of ephemera for these journals when I first started working on them. And I was looking through everything today. I have tons of pockets and journal cards and embellishments and all different types of things. So I don't think there's going to be much that I need to make. It's really going to be a case of us doing this cover together. So that will be a video. And essentially, filling and embellishing. because I'll have all of this bound in by the time we come to do the cover. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this one now. Whereas in the spring last year, I just felt like I'd hit a wall with it. And I think sometimes, I'll just flip the camera around whilst I talk. I just thought I would mention, because sometimes you feel like you've hit a wall with a project. Sometimes it can be difficult to get back into it. So, you know, you might put it to one side and a year later, you're still not feeling it. I would say there will hopefully come a time when you do feel it. And if you don't, you don't. And it is what it is. You can either, you know, work through that, or you can just put it on its head and say, now I'll spend my time doing other things. But there will be other times, and this happens to me a lot, where you'll put a project down months, a year later, and then you come back to it and it's just like a whole new, like renewed outlook on it. And that's kind of how I'm feeling about this one now. I feel so much more together with it and excited for the project, whereas when I was trying to work on it through the spring, as I say, I felt like I was just getting burned out with too many fairies, which I didn't think I would ever say, but you know, for me there is a line with all different themes, and I could say the same thing about winter, or trees, or leaves, or animals. Eventually I'll hit a wall where I think, okay, I've done this theme to death now. I want to do something else. But yeah, I'm feeling really excited about it. So I just thought I would show you, essentially, yeah, that was what I was doing today. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, I wasn't doing this all day. I had to do the hoovering this morning and, you know, boring stuff like that. But in between, you know, bits and bobs and bits, I was working on this. So I'm feeling much more excited about the project now. I hope you like the idea of the stacked envelope cover. I've been wanting to do one for a while. I had it on my list, and as I say, I sat down to look at the fairies today and thought, well, why don't I just do it with this one? Like, I'm sure it would work fine, and then of course you're like peeling back the layers to find all these different fairies. I thought that would just be really fun for this type of theme. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about it. So I just thought I would share. That's what I've been doing today. So I'm going to be filming it. So through January, I want to do like a Finish It Friday kind of challenge. It's going to be in conjunction with the Facebook group, but I'm going to do mine on video. And essentially it will be this. Every Friday I'll be wanting to sit down and do some more of this journal and, you know, share it on video. And then hopefully at the end of the month, there will be 4 Fridays in January. So I think by the end of the month we should really have it finished. And yeah, another journal, you know, for my shop and everything. But more than anything, more exciting than anything, is a project finished, which, yeah, I don't know how you feel, but if I'm sitting on projects that I know need my attention, sometimes I just get a little bit overwhelmed. But then, as I say, when I feel ready, I sit down and it just comes together so much more quickly, because in that time you've probably gained loads of experience and skills and knowledge than you did when you first tried to work on it. And that's kind of how I feel. I don't think I would have done or known about or had the idea for the stacked envelope cover when I was first working on it. I don't think I would have thought to do something like that, / been too scared to, maybe. But I feel much more confident in doing this kind of stuff now. So yeah, that is another project. Goodness me. I do have a lot on, but it's because I'm trying to do a mixture of stuff I've always wanted to do, stuff I'm finally getting around to do, and stuff that has been sitting on my, just a lot of wanting to just get going with it now. So that's why we've got quite a lot going on. I hope it's not too confusing to watch. But of course, you know, because I'm winding down for Christmas and everything, it's giving me a lot more headspace to just think and plan and just take a step back and sort of decide what it is that I want to do with all these different projects. So lots of exciting things coming and lots of flips, flaps and envelopes, clearly. Maybe I'm just feeling that at the moment. They are fun though, aren't they? Anyway, I'll stop waffling. That is literally it. That is all I've been doing today. So I've shown you that, and yeah, that's really all I've got to say. Chilled evening again, which I'm enjoying very much. Oh, that's a thing. So for those of you in the UK, we've started watching this new programme on the BBC called Traitors, or The Traitors. If you haven't watched it yet, it's brilliant. I don't know if it's available in other countries because it is BBC, so I have a feeling it might just be UK only, but it's fantastic. It's like this reality, it's like a reality TV show, game show thing, where essentially you have the traitors, and they have to go around murdering the faithfuls, or the other people in the programme, whilst those people are trying to figure out who the traitors are. And it's really, really cleverly done, and it's a good bingeable programme. Scott and I watched about 4 episodes last night just to catch up. It really was, we got to about midnight and it was like, do you want to watch another one? Do you want to watch another one? Until eventually we did have to stop the line and say, you probably should go to sleep now. But yeah, I just thought I would mention, if you haven't, if you're able to watch it and you haven't seen it yet, it's brilliant. I really recommend that. Yeah, that's literally it. That's all I have to say. So we'll probably be doing that again tonight, watching that. Eating pizza. It's pizza night tonight. And yeah, chilling under a blanket. Sounds fun, doesn't it? So yeah, I'd love to know what you guys are up to. Are you ready for Christmas? I'm sure most of you are. I have got most of my wrapping done at this stage. I just have a couple more presents to wrap, and then yeah, that's me done. We haven't bought our Christmas food yet though, which I think we're probably doing next week. I think normally we probably have our meat by now, but we just didn't feel ready the last time we went shopping, which was, well, it was Monday. It was Monday just gone. So yeah, anyway, we're hoping to get our Christmas food next week, but anyway, that's all. That is all my waffling. That is me for today. Anyway, so I will speak to you soon, or tomorrow. Speak to you soon then. Bye-bye for now.